Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Amanda Santos from the Amanda Santos BR channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a Brazilian living in the Canary Islands and I love sharing with you a little bit of what I discover around here. In today's video, I'm going to take you to visit the charming little town of Teguise, which is located on the island of Lanzarote. Teguise is considered one of the oldest villages in the Canary Islands and was the capital of Lanzarote for over 400 years. Its cobblestone streets, white houses, and peaceful atmosphere make it a true historical gem. On Sundays, it comes to life with a traditional market that attracts visitors from all over the island. So get ready for a tour full of history, culture, and beauty, shall we? As soon as I arrived at the main square of Teguise, I came across a delightful surprise, a miniature of the city. Guys, it's impressive how detailed and carefully made it is. Each little house, each stone street, even the central church, everything there in mini version, like a living map of the town. It's the kind of thing that immediately wins you over and makes you want to explore every real corner after seeing the model. This miniature is a tribute to the historical and cultural value of Teguise. The village was founded in the 15th century and still preserves many original buildings that have withstood the test of time. Seeing all of this represented in miniature gives an even more special perspective. It feels like you're looking at a piece of the past told through mini sculptures. Besides, it's a great way to plan where to start the tour. While filming the model, I realized how this small detail is actually a big invitation to slow down and observe. Teguise is not just a beautiful place. It's a place that inspires calm, history, and simple beauty. And this attention to detail, like the city miniature displayed outdoors, shows the care the locals have for this heritage. After admiring the miniature of the town, I went to see the imposing church of Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe, which stands out in the square with its tower and volcanic stone facade. Built in the 15th century, it has gone through fires and reconstructions, but still stands as a symbol of faith and history in Teguise. Next to the church is the Bisapia sculpture, which represents a dancer from the Rancho de Pascua in a gesture of reverence. This piece celebrates a Christmas tradition of the Canary Islands and symbolizes the respect and cultural identity of the local people, a touching detail that brings together art and tradition. Teguise is also known for its local crafts, with small shops selling handmade items, from ceramics to traditional embroidery. It's a delight to walk through the streets and find these unique details that reflect Canarian culture. Another place that enchanted me was Plus Aloe Canarias, a beautiful and very informative space about aloe vera, a plant that is closely connected to Lanzarote's identity. Right at the entrance, the decoration already conveys lightness and a connection with nature, with many plants around and a warm welcome. Inside, I learned a lot about aloe vera cultivation and the different medicinal and cosmetic uses of the plant. They explain the whole process of gel extraction, show curiosities about its history, and the amazing benefits for skin and health. It's an educational tour, but at the same time very sensory. You can touch, smell, and even taste some products. I brought home some wonderful bath salts. This little town kept surprising me the whole time. Teguise is one of those places that seem small at first glance, but slowly reveal their charms, as if they want to keep secrets only for those truly willing to look closely. Around every corner, there's a new detail, a hidden story, a surprise. And that's exactly how, while walking through the cobbled streets, I came across something unexpected, an old cinema with a beautiful, well-preserved facade. I was already curious just from looking at it from the outside. I walked in thinking I'd find a screening room or a cultural space, and what I found was even better, an amazing decoration shop full of personality. The interior still preserves the charm of the old cinema, with high ceilings, soft lighting, and a slightly mysterious vibe. But the most fascinating part is the content, a true collection of decorative items with Asian influence. Furniture, statues, lamps, fabrics, all with that rich aesthetic, full of details and meaning. It was an unexpected and delightful mix. I spent quite some time there exploring every little corner, as if I were walking through a bazaar on the other side of the world. This kind of experience is something that can happen a lot in the Canary Islands. Being at the crossroads between Europe, Africa, and Latin America, these islands have always been a meeting point of cultures. And that's reflected in the places, the people, the food, the art. In Teguise, feeling that up close really moved me. Seeing a cinema turned into an Asian store in the middle of a historic Spanish village is almost poetic. It's proof of how this archipelago can bring together local traditions and global influences, creating unique spaces full of soul. And that's exactly why I love exploring every little bit of it. And speaking of creativity, look at this customized van I found along the way. You can tell there are some really creative people around here. I love vans, and this one was simply beautiful, full of personality, with details that make you stop and admire. When I was already leaving, walking down Calle José Betancourt, one more surprise made me stop in my tracks. A house completely different from anything I had seen so far. Right on the facade, dozens of sculptures decorated the space. Human figures, animals, mystical elements, and even scenes that looked like they came out of a storybook. I was amazed by the amount of detail and the creativity behind the whole composition. This house is known by the locals as the Casa de las Estatuas, and it's easy to see why. It's like an open-air art exhibit in the middle of a residential street, with no signs, no explanation, just pure art for those willing to stop and look. What's most interesting is that no one really knows the full story of this house. It carries a certain mystery, and that only adds to its charm. Some say the owner himself created all the sculptures. Others believe they were collected over the years, like a living collection. What I know is that it gives off a feeling of creative freedom, as if that space were a spontaneous manifestation of someone's imagination who simply decided to fill their home with characters. And that, to me, is magical. Teguise keeps enchanting me with yet another unexpected detail, proving once again that here anything is possible, even turning an ordinary house into a surreal open-air gallery. After so much walking, I got hungry. I took the chance to buy some meat and vegetables right there in Teguise. All fresh. It's always nice to combine the useful with the pleasant, and there's nothing like exploring and still coming home with tasty ingredients to cook a healthy meal. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this tour with me through Teguise, this village full of history, surprises, and so much charm. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Oh, and remember that here on the Amanda Santos BR channel, there are videos in Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, Russian, and English, so everyone can follow my adventures around the world. A big kiss, and see you next time. Bye-bye.